Hey guys, welcome back to a new tutorial. In this tutorial video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys how to recreate a sleeveless version of this dress for yourself. If that sounds like something you're interested in, keep on watching and let's get started. For the making of that dress, I'm going to be making use of these two different fabrics. The black one here is a crepe fabric. You can also make use of a cotton fabric, okay? Then this other one is a denim fabric. You'll be needing nothing less than half yard. So what I have here is not up to half yard, but it should be enough for what I need, okay? As for the black fabric, you'll be needing like 1 or 1.5 yards. So these are the body measurements I'm going to be using for the making of the dress. The first thing you're going to do is to draft it out on your pattern, and as you can see, I've gone ahead to fold my pattern together. I fold up about 2 inches. Can you see? That's going to be for the button flap. After doing that, you're going to come to this top area here. You rule a line which is going to be for your starting line and the shoulder line, and here you're going to mark 1/2 inch on the flap that you folded out. You mark 1/2 inch and you're going to rule it as well. Now this 1/2 inch is going to help the button to lap on each other. All our measurement is going to start from this line forward. So just go ahead and label here the shoulder line. Now you're going to place your tape on the shoulder line. You're going to measure down to the bust line. You take the waistline, then you're going to be taking the hip line. So my hip line is 25.5 inches. Now the full length of this dress is 40 inches. You can see my pattern ended at 39.5. I'm just going to leave it like that. When I'm cutting, I will add the extra 1/2 inch plus sewing allowance. So I just come forward to mark exactly the same thing, my bust line, waistline and hip line. Then I roll the lines out just like this. So here we have the shoulder line, here is the bust line, we have the waistline, then the hip line. The last line is the full length. On the shoulder line, you're going to take your shoulder measurement divided by 2. Here you will come down by 1 inch for the shoulder slope. You're going to take a neck width of 3 inches. After marking, you're going to connect your shoulder slope. After doing that, here you're going to be coming down for your armhole depth, and to do that you're going to divide your round bust measurement by 6. You add 1.5. So whenever I do that, I have 7.5. So I'm just going to go ahead to connect it, and this is the chest line. Now you're going to divide what you have on this line into 2 to get the midpoint. On that point, you're going to go in by 0.75. Then on the chest line, you're going to be taking your bust measurement. So this is a free dress that we are making, okay? And my actual bust measurement is 36 inches. But because it's supposed to be a free dress, I'm going to be adding extra 4 inches to my actual bust measurement. So 36 plus 4 will give me 40. I'm going to go ahead and divide 40 into 4. So that will give me a total of 10 inches. So 10 inches is what I'm going to be marking on my chest line for my bust measurement divided by 4. So after doing that, you're going to connect your armhole. So guys, after you are done doing that, now it's time to take the other body measurement. So we already took the bust measurement there. On the waistline, you are not going to take any waist measurement because it's supposed to be free all the way to the hip area. On the hip line, my hip measurement is 40. Remember, it's a free dress we are making. I'm going to be adding extra 8 inches to my hip. So 40 plus 8 will give me 48. I'm going to go ahead and divide 48 into 4, and that's what I will take on my hip line. So after you are done marking, you're going to connect it with your straight ruler. Now you connect it all the way to the end of the pattern paper just like this. So guys, after doing that, you come to the neck area. So we already have our neck width of 3 inches. Then for the neck depth, you're going to come down by another 3 inches for the neck depth. After you are done marking, you're going to use your curve ruler to create a small round neckline. So guys, after you are done doing that, this is what you're going to have it looking like. So as for the end here, it's supposed to be a little bit curvy, but I'm not going to be doing it now. We'll do that when we are sewing. So just go ahead and cut it out. I'm going to be using this pattern paper for the cutting of both the front and the back pieces. So because of that, I'm going to be marking the neckline of the back. So I came down here by about 1/2 inch and I'm going to be connecting it. When you are sewing a dress with a collar, the neckline of the back is not supposed to be deep. So normally we are supposed to use 1 inch, but here you will use 1/2 inch because of the fact that this dress is going to have a collar. Okay, so remember we are making use of 2 different fabric, a black fabric and the denim for the top. So for the top area that we are going to use the denim fabric for, I'm going to be measuring down about 7 inches for it. So if you are someone that is bigger, you can use 8 inches for it. Okay, but for my case, I came down by 7 inches and I marked it, and I use you're going to connect it with your straight ruler. So now you're going to label it. Here is going to be the denim fabric and this other part is going to be the crepe fabric. So after labeling, you're going to cut it off. So guys, now I'm going to use this pattern to cut on the denim, then I use the other one to cut on the crepe. Now remember I told you that I'm going to be using this pattern paper for the cutting of both the front and the back pieces. So right now I'm going to go ahead and cut the back piece of the denim fabric. So after folding my fabric together into 2, I place my pattern on it. You can see that my fabric is starting where that line started from. So that's where all our measurements started from. So that's where your fabric is going to start from when you are cutting the back piece. Okay, so go ahead and cut it, giving it 1/2 inch sewing allowance all around. Then you cut the neckline of the back as well. You can see. So that is it, guys. I'm just going to go ahead and place it aside. Now let's cut the front piece of the denim fabric. So this is so simple. So fold your fabric together into 2 again. You're going to cut exactly what you have on your pattern paper. So first of all, fold it into 2, just the same way you folded your pattern paper into 2. Then go ahead and pin it down. Exactly what you have on your pattern paper, that's what you're going to place on your fabric. Now cut out the neck, then cut out your fabric, giving it 1/2 inch sewing allowance all around. Can you see what I did? This is how you are supposed to cut it out. Now I'm going to open up this part because of how I folded my fabric into 2. Now when you place your pattern paper on it, can you see I have exactly the same thing? It's just that I have 1/2 inch sewing allowance around it. So here you're going to make notches just like this. So guys, that is it for the cutting of the upper parts. So we have the front and the back. I'm going to go ahead and place it aside. Now the remaining denim fabric is what I'm going to be using for the cutting of the collar. Now for the cutting of the crepe fabric, I'm going to be cutting the front piece first, and you can see I have opened up that 2 inches that we folded. So I open it up and I pin it to my fabric. I'm going to cut it, giving it 1/2 inch for sewing allowance. At the end here, I went ahead to mark 2 inches, so I added extra 2 inches to the length. So just go ahead and cut it out. At this line where the folding follow, you are going to make a notch. So just come here and make a notch as well. So guys, this is it for the cutting of the front pieces. So I'm just going to mark out the wrong side. Now let's go ahead and cut the back piece. I've already folded my fabric together into 2 and I placed my pattern on it. Remember, for the cutting of the back piece, your fabric is supposed to start where that line is following. You can see it is on fold. The back is not supposed to have any opening, and it is supposed to start where that line is following. And because I've already cut the front pieces, I don't need the folding anymore. So I'm just going to cut it off for it to be easy for me to cut on my fabric. So I just cut it off. Now place the pattern on my fabric. Then I go ahead and mark the 2 inches, add the 2 inches to the end, just the same way I did for the front. Then I'm going to go ahead to cut it out. So guys, after cutting, this is what you're going to have it looking like. So this is it for the back piece. Mark the wrong face. So when you open it up, you have it looking like this. Now we are done cutting out all the pieces. We have the back, the front piece of the crepe fabric, then we have the denim fabric, the front and the back pieces. Now it's time to sew. So What I'm going to do now is I'm going to be joining the pieces together. So you're going to open up your fabric on the table like this, then you open up this one on it. So this is how you're supposed to join it together. I'm just going to place it together like this, take it to my sewing machine, and I will join it. I will do the same thing to the front pieces. So just place the denim fabric on it the way they correspond to each other, take it to your sewing machine. You're going to join it just like that. After joining, this is what you're going to have. So here we have the front pieces. Now the next thing you're going to do is you're going to fold the bottom flap area. So to do that, please pay close attention. The first thing you're going to notice is this mark that we have here. So you're going to fold your fabric to make sure it's touching that mark, then you fold it again. So you fold it 2 times, then after folding, you are supposed to have it looking like this, then go ahead and pin it down. So after you are done pinning, you're going to continue to follow the same method to fold it until you are done folding all the way to the end. So just make sure what you are doing is straight. So when you are doing it, you will know if it is straight or not. So just make sure to fold it in a way that it is straight. So I'm done doing that. I'm going to take it to the sewing machine now to sew. So I'm also going to be doing the same thing to the second piece. So just go ahead and fold it, then sew. So after I was done sewing the bottom area, this is what I have it to be looking like. Can you see how straight it is looking? So now it's time to join the shoulders. I'm going to go ahead and place the front pieces on the back piece. Make sure that the bottom area is lapping on each other. Can you see how it is lapping? Make sure it is like that. Then go ahead and pin it down, then sew. So after you are done sewing, this is what you should have it looking like. It's already coming out looking really nice. Now the next thing I'm going to do is to sew the flap to it. So there's a flap at the chest area, so that's what we are going to be doing next. I've gone ahead to cut it out. My denim fabric is not enough, so I just cut out 2 pieces with the denim fabric. I'm going to be sewing it together with the crepe. So how I cut it out is I cut a form of a rectangle 6 inches by 3.5 inches. So after cutting it out, I just folded it together, then I trim it off. So that was how I came up with the shape. Now I'll place it on my crepe fabric to cut out the same shape. After I'm done cutting, I'm going to place one crepe together with one denim, then the other one together with the other denim. I'll take it to the sewing machine. I will sew it together using 1/2 inch. After sewing and ironing, this is what I have. Now I'm going to be sewing it to my fabric. Here I'm going to go up from the black line by 1 inch, and here I will go in by 2 inches. So after marking, I will roll a straight line. So this is how the flap is supposed to be. Can you see this is how it's supposed to be? Now I'm going to turn it up like this. Make sure it starts from that mark that you made. Then take it to your sewing machine. You're going to sew it. You're going to be doing the same thing to the other side. So just place it on it like this. Sew it down. After sewing, you will make it lie down like this. Then you sew it at the top. So sew like this, flip it down, then sew it at the top. This is what you're going to have after you are done sewing, just as I have demonstrated. Now the next thing we are going to do is to sew the collar, and these are the fabrics I'm going to be using. I already have a detailed step-by-step tutorial video on this channel on how to sew a perfect collar. I'm going to be leaving a link to that video on the screen and also on the description box, so you can go ahead and watch the video so you know how I made this collar. The video is also going to show you how to fit your collar to your fabric. So for this video, I'm not going to be detailed. I'm just going to go ahead and sew my collar. Please do well to watch that video so you know exactly how you are supposed to sew your collar to your fabric, okay? So guys, after you are done sewing your collar, this is what you're going to have it looking like. Can you see? I've also gone ahead to pin it together at the button area. Now the next thing we are going to do is to sew the armhole area. I already said that I'm not going to be putting a sleeve in this dress because of the weather, so I'm going to be using my cotton bias to pipe the armhole area. So go ahead and do that. I believe we all know how to pipe using cotton bias. So after you are done sewing it with your cotton bias, you have it looking like this. Now the next thing we are going to do is to join the sides. So I flip my fabric to the wrong side. I'm going to join the sides together just like this. So after joining, this is what I had. I wanted to put pocket, but I realized that I don't have fabric for it. So if you want to put pocket in your own, it's totally fine. So just go ahead and put pocket. I've gone ahead to rule a line where the waistline is. So here is the waistline, and I've ruled a line on it, both the front and the back. That's where we are going to put the channel for the drawstrings. Now I'm going to be cutting the length. So the length I'm making use of is 40. I currently have 42. And remember that the curve at the end of the dress, so this is the time we are going to cut it on it. Now you're going to fold your fabric together just like this. So arrange it up. So place the armhole together, arrange it all the way to the end. Here you're going to be going up by 5 inches. Then you mark. You're going to be using your free hand to create a form of curve on it. Can you see what I'm doing? So just curve it out using your free hand. You can try this until you are okay with what you want. So after doing that, go ahead and cut it out. So after I was done cutting, this is what I have the end to be looking like. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it to the sewing machine. I'm just going to hem it all around. So go ahead and hem it. After doing that, I'm going to be sewing this fabric to the waist area. So this is a cotton bias that I have ironed out. So I just open up a cotton bias and I iron it out. So that is why I have it to be looking flat like this. Now this is what I'm going to be sewing on the part that I marked with chalk. So I'm just going to place it on it, and I will sew it at the two sides, leaving a space in the middle that I will place my rope through. So what you're going to do is you place it on the line like this. Take it to your sewing machine to sew it at the two sides. You can see that the line that I drew, it went all across the back all the way to the other side. So that's how you're supposed to sew it round it as well. So after sewing, we are going to be putting this rope through it for the drawstring. So this is what I had after I was done hemming the end. You can see. So after doing that, I went ahead to sew the fabric to the waist area just as I've already demonstrated. Now it's time to put the rope through it. I don't know if you guys can see, I was trying to bring it closer. So I'm just going to be using my safety pin to put this rope through it for the drawstrings. So guys, after you are done doing that, this is what you're going to have it looking like. Now the rope is inside of the channel, so you're just going to pull it. So the fitting of this dress is when you put it on, but here I'm just trying to pull it to show you guys how it's actually looking like. So just tie it up like this, and this is it guys. This is what you're going to have it looking like. I went ahead to use pin to hold the button area together. Now the last thing you're going to do is you're going to take it to market or anywhere where you're supposed to put your buttonhole. Then you attach your buttons, and from the back, this is how it is looking like. And that is it guys for the making of this dress. This was the final look of the dress on me. It came out so beautiful, it looks so pretty. Thank you so much guys for watching. See you all in my next video.